Hey everyone, this is Alana with FidgetHaven Reviews, and today I'm doing a short overview on the prototype of the Gear Fidget Cube by Ray Penna at Real Gear Spinners. They're currently available for pre-order, and you can purchase them in brass, stainless steel, or copper. They range between $95 and $100 each. Now, as I mentioned, these are prototypes, so they do vary very slightly from the production model. I know the production model will be a little bit smaller than these by a negligible amount, and as you can see, all three of them have brass buttons, but the production model will have the same color or same material buttons as the center cube. Now, they're very simply made. They have a solid metal center cube, 4 interlocking and rotating stainless steel gears, and 4 stationary buttons. To play with it, you pinch between your fingers and you rotate one of the gears, which rotates the other 3. If you are a fan of Ray's gear spinners, then this is going to feel somewhat reminiscent to you. I find that it does have very similar physical and audible feedback. So if that's something that you're looking for, this might interest you. Now, as far as for me, I have to say I don't really love this. I told Ray shortly after I got it that I find that it's a little bit one note, and I don't find that it's quite ready for prime time, at least not for the way that I fidget. Now, the reason for that is because this is the only way that you can fidget with it, by turning one of the gears to turn the other ones. I find that the way that's most comfortable for me is to spin it like this, but even though these gears aren't sharp and they won't hurt you, rubbing your finger continuously against teeth is going to eventually lead to some sensitivity or soreness. And I found that it did fairly quickly for me. Now, one of the things I suggested to Ray, both to increase the fidgetability and to maybe minimize the amount of sensitivity that you'd get from that, is to find a way to engineer it to have it rotate by the buttons on one of the axes, whichever the correct one is. You know what I'm talking about. I think that it would provide another surface to be able to spin it from, so that it would take your finger away from the gears. And I just think that it would be more fun altogether to be able to spin it that way. I'm sure there are plenty of people who will find this to be an entertaining fidget, but for me, it just isn't doing it. And I feel sad about that, because I do know that this is a very cool piece of engineering, and I know that Ray put a lot of very hard work in it. If I were to buy one, I would probably keep it as a desk toy, just because it is something that's fun to pick up every now and then and spin around. But I just don't see myself carrying it for every day, because it doesn't speak to me the way that several other fidgets that I have acquired over the past couple of years do. So overall, I do think that it has the potential to be more interesting than it is. For me, this isn't the right type of fidget. I just don't find that it holds my attention enough, and I'm very sensitive to sound at this point, and the sound, it doesn't take very long for it to start irritating me, unfortunately. I do know that for most people, it's not a viable option because of the amount that it costs, but I know that the components themselves, the gears, are extraordinarily expensive for Ray to obtain, and that's one of the reasons that the price is so high. So for me, I don't think that I would purchase it. It's not the right kind of fidget, but I do see some people who would very strongly enjoy it and who would love it for exactly what it is. So again, this is the prototype of the Gear Fidget Cube from Ray Penna at Real Gear Spinners. I am Alana with FidgetHaven Reviews. If you have any questions or comments at all, please don't hesitate to post them in the comment section below. I always love hearing from you. I hope that you were able to learn something today, and I greatly appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and have a fantastic day.